Hi guys, I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. I've been wanting to make makeup tutorials for a long time. A lot of my friends have been asking me to start doing it, so I thought why not. Today is the first day in like months that Florida has been under 80 degrees. It's like 65 right now. So I wanted to do a fall look that was still lightweight and bright because it still is kind of warm outside. This is something that I probably would wear through most of the fall season. I'm using the Morphe 350 palette, which is one of my favorites. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Okay guys, let's get started. Today I'm just going to be priming my face with the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Base Visage. I'm going to be applying that with a flat top foundation brush. I've tried a lot of different primers and this is one that tends to work for me best. I have combination skin. I've tried a few and just doesn't keep my makeup on during the day like this one does. So I'm just going to apply that all over my face, my eyes. I'm going to focus on my T-zone area just because that's where my makeup usually wears. Next, I'm going to be priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. I use the original one. Before I started using this, I would get a lot of creasing in my eyeshadow and it just drove me crazy. This has been my favorite one to use so far. It works best for me and I really like how smooth it makes my skin feel. After priming my eyes, I'm going to move on to eyeshadows. I'm going to open the Morphe 350 palette and I'm going to be starting with kind of that warm orangey brown color, and I'm going to be applying that in my crease and blending that up towards my brow bone and down on my eyelid. To apply that, I'm going to be using the Morphe 502 brush. This is absolutely my favorite Morphe brush ever. Honestly, I use it probably for most of my eyeshadow looks. I just really like how it blends. It has kind of a slightly pointed tip to it, so it can be really precise, or you can blend it out. Okay, next I will be going in with another Morphe brush. This one actually doesn't have a name. I bought it in a holiday set one year, and it's just a little bit less fluffy than the previous M502 brush. It's a little bit more precise. And I'm going to use that to blend that orange color over top of the previous shade I used. I just didn't like how dull the last one was. I wanted to brighten my face up a bit, so this color is definitely going to help. Going back to the M502 brush, I'm going to use that more intense orange shade in the top right corner of the palette, and I'm going to be blending that in my outer corner and at the very inner part of the crease, just going in windshield wiper motions back and forth. That one's a little more intense color, and I'm just working my way down with some darker, more intense colors. I'm going to be bringing out some copper shades on the lid, so I think this will be a nice transition color. Next, I will be using a flat, small concealer type brush to apply the very light shimmery shade on the inside of my lid, working its way to the outside. This doesn't, I think I got this at Target. It doesn't have a brand on it or anything, but you know, just any basic flat brush will work to pack on that shimmering color. If you want a more intense shimmer, I would suggest spraying it with the Studio Fix Plus from MAC. That's what I typically use. But today I didn't want it to be so intense. I just wanted a more kind of light, natural look. Using that same brush, I'm going to take the intense copper shimmer color in the bottom right side of the palette. This one I'm going to use in the very outer corner and just blend that towards the inner corner. Not going all the way, but I just want there to be a nice transition between the two so it goes from dark to light smoothly. Next, I'm going to be grabbing a small brush from e.l.f. It's the e.l.f. contour brush. I think it was only a couple dollars, but I really like it. It's good for packing on color. That's exactly what I'm going to use it for. I'm going to pack on that chocolate shade and put it in the outer corner of my eye and just blend that towards my eyelid and a little bit into the crease just to show a little bit of depth there. Next, I'm going to be grabbing another Morphe brush. This one is a part of that set that I bought during the holidays. So it doesn't have a name, but it's just a flat, small concealer type brush. I'm going to be taking this brush and using the light shimmer color and applying that just on my brow bone. Next, I'm going to be applying foundation. I'm using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation in shade NC20. I'm going to be applying that with a Morphe E44 brush. I absolutely love this brush. I feel like you don't have to use a lot of foundation. It makes it go a long way. Yes, I do know that my foundation does not match my face or my neck. This foundation matches the rest of my body though. I exfoliate my face and my neck a lot, which is why it's more pale than the rest of my body. Next, I'll be going in with the Urban Decay Weightless Concealer. I use that in the shade Light Neutral, and I'm just going to apply that under my eyes, on my forehead, on my chin, and just kind of blend that out with a damp beauty blender. Next, I am going to be using my damp Real Techniques Beauty Blender, and I am going to be using the RCMA setting powder. I'm just going to put that on the beauty blender, set my under eyes, and then also I'm going to set the rest of my face. Usually when I set with a brush, I tend to see my makeup move a little bit, like if I wear sunglasses or if I were to scratch my face, I just see little marks in my foundation. When I set it this way, it tends to stay in place more, and it just gives a really flawless finish. Next, I'm going to be contouring my face with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. I'm in the shade Light to Medium, and I like to use the center shade on the bottom row. I'm going to be using the Morphe E4 brush to deposit this powder. I like to apply that on the outer edges of my face near my hairline, and then working down towards my ears. I'm also going to be bringing that color down from my ear to the outside of my lip in a nice smooth line. And then I'm going to be blending that up and down slightly so that it doesn't look like so harsh of a line. Next, I am going to be bronzing my face. I'm just using a big fluffy brush that I got from Target. I think it was only like $12. I've just had it forever and I really like how it blends out my bronzer. I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This bronzer is my absolute favorite. I know it's a favorite for a lot of people, but this one out of all of my bronzers is the absolute best. It's just a great color and you don't need much of it to apply it. It just blends really smoothly. Next, I am going to be going in with blush from MAC. This particular shade is called Melba. This one I use a lot just because it's a brighter shade. It's got some warm tones in it. It's got a little bit of a coral color. I don't know, it's just really different and I think it goes with a lot of looks. I'm using another Target brush to apply this. It's Sonia Kashuk, however you say it. And I'm just going to be applying that lightly on my cheeks and blending that out into my contour. Next, I'm going to be going in with highlighter. For this look, I don't want such an intense highlight. I just want it to be very subtle. And I'm going to be using the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter and applying that with the Morphe M601 fan brush. For all of my friends that know me well, they know that I absolutely love Jaclyn Hill and I idolize her. She was the reason why I started getting into makeup so many years ago. She's a very positive, real person, and I just absolutely love her. So I'm going to be applying the highlighter just on the top of my cheekbones, slightly above my eyebrows, just a little bit, and then just a little bit on the tip of my nose. Now that my face is pretty much done, I'm going to go back and do my under eye area. I'm going to be using the M205 brush by Morphe to apply that orangey shade in the 350 palette. I'm going to be shading that color from the outer corner of my eye and bringing that to the inner corner of my eye and just kind of lightly smoking that out. Next, I am going to be using that same brush and grabbing the more intense orange color and using that from the outer corner close to the inner corner of my eye, just kind of over top of the other color just to brighten it up a bit. Using the Morphe M205 brush, I'm going to be grabbing that chocolate color and depositing it on the outer corner of my eye and just kind of blending that in with the rest of the colors. After that, I'm going to be applying a Sephora brown waterproof eyeliner called Fawn Over Me. I'm going to be using that to line my waterline. I really like the Sephora eyeliners. I think they apply really nicely. I have a hard time getting eyeliners to stay on my waterline, and this one seems to work. Next, I'm going to be doing a winged eyeliner on my eye. I'm not going to do it as dramatic as I usually do. I really like doing an intense wing on my eye. I just like the length that it gives my eyes. It makes them appear larger. But I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper, which is a black waterproof liner. I just really like how it applies. It's nice and kind of like a pen applicator, and it's just really easy. For my winged liner, I am going to start dragging from the outer corner of my eye and just bringing that up towards the outside of my brow into a nice point. And then I'm going to start to drag that towards the inner corner of my eye on each side. No matter how many times I do my winged liner, even though I do it every single day, I always struggle to get them the exact same shape, so I always have to do a little bit of adjusting. Next, I'm going to move on to my lashes, and I'm just going to curl those babies so I can apply my mascara. Today I'm not going to be wearing false lashes just because I wanted a more natural look and I have to work all day. So I'm going to be using the Benefit They're Real mascara. I absolutely swear by this mascara. I've gotten all my friends on it. I think it works on my lashes nicely, and everybody's lashes that I use it on, it just works really well at lengthening and separating. I don't know, it just applies beautifully. Next, I am going to be moving forward to my brows. In the past, I've used the Benefit Brow Shaping Kit in medium, but recently I moved forward to the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony. I like this a lot better. It looks a lot more natural, and it's easier to apply than the Brow Shaping Kit by Benefit. So anyways, I'm going to be using this pencil in Ebony to start at the center and move towards the tail of my brow with short hair-like strokes. Next, I'm going to be setting my brows with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. This stuff is incredible. Your brows do not move. I, for one, should know my brows move a lot because they're nice and long and bushy, and if I do not groom those suckers, they're all over the place. For my lips, I'm going to be using an Urban Decay lip gloss. Unfortunately, I don't have a shade for you. Just kind of a light, kind of pinky nude shade. It's very sheer, but it cools and plumps when you put it on. So it's very refreshing. It kind of has like a eucalyptus kind of scent to it, which I really like. I didn't want anything difficult today. I didn't want to have to worry about applying lip gloss. I just kind of wanted to be lazy about my lipstick since I have to work all day. After everything was done, I just wanted to add some brightness to the inner corner of my eye. I'm just using an old brush that I have that's just kind of very fluffy. I'm going to be using that with the Real Colors shimmering powder. It's just a very intense shimmer. You do not need much of it, but I just kind of dab that in the inner corner of my eye to bring some brightness. Now that everything is done, I'm going to set my face with the Urban Decay De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. I freaking love this stuff. My makeup never moves when I have it on. So you just kind of spray that all over your face, let it dry, and you are good to go. That's all I have for this look. I hope you guys enjoy, and I should hopefully be posting another one soon. Bye!